Hello, hello. It is good Friday. Hey, y'all. This is Divinely Guided, Chosen Starseed, Spiritually 777. Okay. Hey, so this is I call it Strawberry Moon. This is the longest time of, I say longest day of summer solstice. So, I had, I lit my candle to clean and try to clean the air in my home. If you understand that, meaning that it is a time of shifts in a solstice. It's a long day. It's a busy day. It's a lot of things, good things and bad things, when we do in of that time of long of a day. It's I know somebody, a lot of people that I knew and I've hadn't seen them in some years, and their birthdays today. Shout out to them. It's a lot of them. uh, Normally, I may put it on Facebook. I normally do. I don't think I did last year, but this is Cancer's time. All right, it is Cancer in borderline with I say Gemini, so still Juno energy still. Okay. So understand a Cancer is. Cancer is the mother. We call it mother or Medea, big mama and mamacitas. A lot of the mothers. Okay. This is the month would be it's Cancer. It's the woman. She is mothering of the first of the Cancer. Uh, she's the first mother. Okay. So first thing I pulled today, this is past. You know, that's number 8. Ain't gonna give you that strong energy. Okay, give you that lion energy. Okay, strong. First thing in here says here, wings, right here. But look at the castle there. It's a castle. So it said you never needed those wings to fly. So you already had wings. Ting. You know, it is a time of so new things that you didn't know that was given. And you have power within yourself. And with that, you can fly like an eagle to the sky. Mm. It's amazing. And my understanding, looking at her, she came up out. Like, wait a minute, wait. Is that? I forgot her name. I think it's Rups. I think it's her. It would start with an R in Disney, and I think she was the one that was in the castle. Now look at that. She left them wings, and she came up out of that. She didn't need the wings, and it fell. I forgot it's her. She had long hair, and in the tower. So let me tell you about this energy. The energy is the source, person, place, and thing of past tense. Somebody in this energy that has or tied to that or something like Disney movies, fantasy type of movies, and that's Disney. So this my understanding. That's about, I believe her name is Rump School, something like that. I'm thinking I forgot her name, but they put her in a tower, you know. And let me tell you something. Spiritually, the Most High is the source and has all the anything you need. All you have to do is ask and open your mouth, and He speaks through you. And no matter, it may be a positive or a negative, but it be true. And some people can't take it. And sometimes you are a type of person, me and cancers, they hard for them. They really hard to their own self because, excuse me, the reason why is because we know a lot of things, but sometimes a lot of things is will give everybody more than you put in yourself. But sometimes the things that I notice about a Cancer, she love hard, and sometimes a lot of people mistreat her and misplace and put you as in a scourge and burnt in a situation and put you in a place due to of empath energy. Because my understanding, this is about empathy. This is empathy. This is unconditional love. This is loving about a mother and her mothering abilities to give to their children and people that are around. And sometimes things don't too. I can say that some people just don't love unconditional love like other empaths. We always around narcissistic meaning of people that are very mean, and they basically the love they want is the pain, PAIN, which is love, because that's a type of love that is not uh, a love, unconditional love, not controlling and mean. Okay, and it seems like the fascist of this energy has to do with number 8, but also she was escaped out of that tower. If that's a home, apartment, even a work, maybe that has to do with you coming out that tower. It looks like she's pregnant with a whole lot of ideas. She's plus and she got thighs. I mean, somebody like chicken. Them thighs are thick. So she's very thick. Pretty young thing, my thing, with red hair. And she has black, baby, she got some hands. And them arms is fat. If that resonates to somebody. But she got a star on her neck. There's a little necklace. Tell you she a star. Okay, let's go to the next one. I have it's number 11, right? You know, the number 11. It is justice. My understanding has to do with that would be a tarot card, and that will give you number 2 is the present, right? Present is right now. Now this one here is the past, but previous. Something she came out of that tower, and she didn't need no wings to fly. That's somebody. Now, to let you know, the present has got to do with 11, justice, but justice has, on this particular card, says the sun. Sun has number 19. 19 has to do with the absorbing of the sun. Also, if you know that the tarot card is going to tell you about the little boy on the horse. Now, on this particular one, this is a sun that is paint the sun back into your sky. I have done some writings, and I like to draw when I do my study, and where at a time that I was, but it's like I'm going through a lot of changes in my in my home and surround me. But I used to write, and it kind of helped me, keep me balanced, and also manifesting. I call it manifesting, and what I'm doing in my work. But right now I'm in a transit type of things with Mercury. I have surrounding a lot of spiritual warfare, but I'm dealing with it. 9 out of 10 has to do with your speech. Number 5 got to do with your teaching and your abilities of influencing. But when you do have influences, when you're dealing with entities and there's some, I call it transferring spirits, you're supposed to stand and let you know that you have the power within you. You can make it, regardless of your abilities of gifts. Because we're in a time of age, and when we're in a time and age, we have people that are just about your abilities. And I say for empaths, I'm for empaths, and I am. And I am for narcissistic, but the ways of narcissistic can be changed if they decide to. Now, sometimes when we're dealing with that, we have to understand about our energy. Our energy is very good. Okay, now I had to get a little bit pump on the head because sometimes I have to understand something. Even though I am who I am, I still have feelings just like anybody else, and I have abilities to do things that I'm supposed to do in this life. And I don't need nobody of fashions of different type of races of cultures of their deems toward me for reasons, but mistreat me in another way. And it's not working for me, and it ain't working for my good. But I tell you, as long as I got the light within myself, I'm gonna have some energy for myself. I say, don't mess with me. Today is on Friday, and I'm gonna let the Father talk. And, be careful about my speech because I'm up and down because I have a Mercury in my house. But when I'm doing my work, I have other things that draws abilities of different things. I had went through a whole lot going through a couple years ago, and naturally, just for me, that was the first of my platform that I had, and that was on I did we call it forgot what it's called, but anyway, I come back to it. The reason why I'm gonna come back because it's a reason. Because I figured out I had an issue with a scorned woman, and my understanding it had from my job, and it went from some other things, and I had to understand that's where it came from, and I had to deal for some of my negative and my positive, and try to figure out where it was coming from. And then it had to the point it was at my home, and I was like, it's something more going on. So I had to figure out what was going on. So that's when I started doing my work, because I was building my store, and also was doing other things. And the reason why I'm doing a rant here, this is for somebody. This here is just letting you know that you're able to do anything, because we got so many people are using different type of devices to do things. And one of the videos I have about targeting individuals, the TIP, and that was some people were using or I call it intelligent. That means AI. That means people are using behind the scene. It's supposed to help you to get you in a place, not to come harm one, or not to use someone else come in and using that and I call it art intelligence of AI, that the functions that other people will use it and to harm other people about their abilities. I'm on one because I'm here for the light, but I'm in here for to bring the shadow of the all the eclipse and the hide things behind the scene. And with these moons, it's going to expose them anyway, because that's why I came here. I'm here for balance. I give you positive, and I'm going to give you negative, but I'm going to tell what I know. And the best thing I'm going to do and let it know where it's coming from, okay? So now my understanding with number 11 is justice going to give you that. Justice going to give you that Libra energy. It's going to give you those scales. So if this had to do with sun, so you put the understanding what the sun is about. The sun has to do with the justice. So that means something has to be shine in the sky. Right? So when I'm saying, what do you mean? That's justice. That means somebody watching about the justice in you that you paint, what's your manifestation, what you do daily. If this is work, this is what it's about. Okay? But it's paint. It's what you do with your hands. Okay? So the next one is here, 28. 28 has to do with future, but it has 28. Understand it's still back 8 again. This is number 3. So this means something that is going to be as the past and previous is turned back around from that future, because the future is around. Okay, so that'll be like this, right there. So what is that? They're telling you 28 is 10. Okay, and it has to do with the first card, which is the past and about you. So that's giving you an energy of strong energy. And give you intuition too. Number 2 is a high priest and strong strength. But my understanding with it's a protest on number 3. It's saying start a revolution. Okay, so you can say revelation that has to do with Prince, coming out of Prince, who Prince was. But revolution has got something to do with the Bible. So my understanding of relation, and like I say, it has to do for revelation. That means of hunt, and rev has to do with revere. And it is veiling of a hunt, not on a plate, but it is abilities of that you have, your strong strengths, abilities that you have. But my understanding that the picture is going to give you the energy. It's giving you a castle, and also it's giving three women, and like I said, they're happy and they outside and they are protesting because guess what? She came out of there. She was in captivity with the big tower. So now you don't know all this is gonna tie together. So now she got her and her friends, and to come out to protest what was coming on. That she was in the prison in a tower, and she came out of that. So it's just like she done came out the tower. So that means she fell out the tower, came out, justice. She would start writing and painting and manifestation, intuition that she knew what was going on. And she came together with other people to protest what's going on in her energy. People, place, and what's around. So we got a lot going on. And today is Strawberry Moon. This got to do with Cancer. That's Juno energy coming out from Juno to I call it in Cancer. Cancer is a ruby. So you coming from pearls and you coming out with rubies. Okay? So now we have it's kind of ruled with Jupiter. It's the influence of that. It's the optimistic. So it has to do with combined with the influence of Mercury. It's the Gemini ruler though. And Cancer. Okay? So we got a lot of things going on in there. Okay? So also it has to do with particular men. Okay, men may be born on that day, love style, and will not hesitate to spend good money to present a dazzling appearance. So you know this gonna tell you about the woman. She draw from dazzling men appearance, how they look on the outside. Sometimes being a Cancer, I'm gonna say me, girl, hey, boy, we always look on the outside. Give you a little bit something about who I am. Got a lot of things in my chart. But this one here, I'm going to give you that. And I'll give you that because I understand who I am. We always look for the outside. But then sometimes we get in trouble with that. It gets in trouble. Okay? So, understanding that. You know, everybody want to know what your chart is. It's a whole lot in my chart. It ain't just one thing. That's why it's good for you to go and search out of your matter about your natal chart, of your time, your zone, of different aspects and houses and placements in your house. Okay? Is important because that's you sometimes people want to know who you are, but you of 12 of a grand. And you come from the whole 12 of a grand of Pisces, water, all over the place, and give you all kinds of memories and a lot of abilities, psychic abilities, wisdom abilities, giving you things that you can burn with the cooking with a plate. You get down like that. Now, in this particular collective, it's a masculine and function, but I also give a little bit today because everybody want to know who I am and what I'm doing. And I said, "What's your sign?" My sign is Cancer. So I'm telling everybody else, I'm a mother, and mothering, and I talk like that too. Exactly. So my understanding that now I gave you something about that. Now you understand that it's time for protest. I'm like, okay, what happened in between all of that? Number 18 gonna give you this number 4. 4 gonna give you that door. And this right here is gonna tell you the tree. It's to let them go. So tree has to do with the unconscious records, right? That could be your head. Also, it could be family, friends, and surrounding. And meaning that is a burning of a tree. And it's telling you right now, it says, let them go. And when you leave a situation, and you leave things, people, friends, family, community, it's telling you let it go. And it's a door that is coming out. After all of this protesting of revolution of all kinds of things and protesting and giving you a door, let them go. Let them go. Also give me a little energy that is going to bring a spiritual in here and tell on at the time of Exodus and telling the Pharaoh, let them go. So I believe that the Most High in the spiritual about that time was allowed him a time for him to think about it and gave him a lot of time. And then later on, he had to do what he had to do. And he had Moses in there helping with that. It's in a time of let things go. Come out of Egypt. Come out of Egypt at a time. So that was what's going on in that energy. Okay? So, let's get on in here. So it seemed like, okay, the moon was full moon. Full moon. Let's see what's going on in here. Give some of this wisdom and house tonight. I'm still, working with that Mercury. Giving that energy. Spiritually is what I bring out spiritual things. And I still seeing some things that's spiritual in the Bible. But it's enlightenment. It's giving you that you're able to do a lot of things in this world. And knowing that we have so many abilities, why not share? Okay. So my understanding, when you have issues or things around, we have to stand. We can't always run it. So you have to maintain what's really going on to see what's going on and how you deal with it and still keep your power and your energy without stuff that's surrounding. Let's see anything in here. My understanding has to the day of the rapture. What the rapture has to do with the revealing of it. But my understanding, I ain't never seen rapture in the Bible. But my understanding, if I understand it, has to do with rap. Rap means has to do with the poets and the philosophy and how you speak, influencing how you teach. And knowing that it's a Strawberry Moon now, until you have to do with fruits that's been harvested. This is I believe it's number, I think it's going into a 3 phase, maybe 2. I think this is number 2. Maybe 4. I think it's 2 going into 3 stage. But my understanding is the hair moon. It's I call it the rabbit moon. Is the hair of the full moon, Strawberry Moon. Should be, that's the number 3. It's different type of the full moon of the cycle, and I believe it is. Alright, so now my understanding on the meditation is telling you William Blake, and this is about what he said. He said that the road of excess leads to the palace of wisdom. This may be true, but will be traveler arrive. But will the traveler arrive? We got some going on in here. This got something to excess to lead to a palace. So my understanding, this would lead to the palace right here. She came out one, and it looks like she in one. That's a palace right here. She was in a castle, and this is a palace. Okay, same thing to me, but there was a tower and a palace. Put it like this. This is the tower and this is the palace. We on one. Okay, we on one, meaning everything is tied to what's really going on in the energy, the source, place, person, place, and things. Okay. So my understanding, it say this may be true, but will the traveler arrive? That means somebody travel, meaning come out of something and arrive. This question. Have you already arrived? Meaning, are you traveling? Are you in a fool's journey? Have you arrived? Maybe get yourself together and get the moving and step on that patter. Like on patty steps around that corner with the Turner. Without Turner, which would be a dog. Maybe you need a dog named Turner. That's maybe a resident for somebody. Might need a dog or a cat. Got some say summon. Got that one finger. You know when a woman, and we talking about women, when she put that one finger right there, you know that's power right there. That one finger got that little spark. And that one spark kind of remind me something. So this is what's going on. But to my understanding, it's summon. Summon on something. Okay. Let's see what it say. You know, I just like, today is a good day. It's Friday. And you're able to do things. It'll give you number 13. You know, 13 gonna give you some a death card. Death card in tarot gonna give you a death, but also gonna give you a transform too. So this could be an end and a beginning. Okay, my understanding. So let's see on 52 on that. So that's gonna give you that teacher energy. Okay, and also give you intuition. So something intuition and your teaching ability is what we're talking today. So okay, it says when you choose this card, it is a symbol to create a ritual. So this is time to create, okay, and to connect with your spirituality. Get in touch with your own inner magic before you make a move forward. So you need to do something right now. It's time of the Strawberry Moon. It's the time of your abilities to do what your magic is. Magic is creation, what you use with your hands, okay? Right there. And to my understanding, if that's got to do with justice, you need to get in here and start right whatever's going on that came out that tower. Because to me, if it was karmic justice, it's already karmic. It was karmic, and you know you can do with that. But justify, you can bring that negative positive, bring it in positive, and transform it with the butterfly. If something resonate the intuition of butterflies, I just seen one. So it's in transform. But if you have these abilities in your path, you have to have your own source. Sometimes you may have to use I was gonna show the butterfly. You might have to ground it, you know, or to be in the sun to get absorbed, and then ground sometime. You know, when you're dealing with certain people, sometimes you be around certain energy, individuals, and people and places, and you feel a certain kind of way, and you have to find a way to have that balance because you absorb from so much, and then you have to try to keep a balance with it, and you have to have a lot of strength and to understand that you are well within, okay, and to be able to give it to another person too. I mean, sometimes you do too much that you're not doing something for yourself. I noticed that about cancers. They do more for everybody, but don't do nothing for themselves. But sometimes they always get trouble with them boys with the outside appearance. And get you in trouble too, because sometimes you jump the gun. Everybody is soft words, you know, when you meet some people, but you have to learn people, family, friends when they're around, and don't allow them to use you, because sometimes they will, sometimes people will, but you have to understand that everybody ain't coming for you, but you have to understand about your intuition, about your justice, and justice is in on this card for a reason. Is your abilities of your writing and how you paint and how you do that. If you paint, then you must be doing something that has to do with color, or you could do something. I can say it another way, painting, but also you can be doing the different things in your own home. and you can use certain things as decorating different things in your home, and how to put them colors in a way that they need to be. Okay, let's see what else in here. It tells you that how do you communicate with your powers. Give you in communication because you came in Gemini. Gemini has that Mercury, and Mercury's still in Cancers. Oh my God, it is terrible. And as Cancers, I'm talking about more of the everybody that if you resonate to that collective masculine function. But my understanding is the mother of the function. All right, and with that function, it is can be any a male can be in that abilities on that. And my understanding, I come from the mothers, and mothers is a mothering, and that's what basically my channel on my platform is really about the function of women, how we act when we have so much powers within, and how we function and not function in I call it certain things that we shouldn't do that come against each other of our own as women. It don't look nice in front of abilities that we have of the same of a lot of stars in the sky, and we shouldn't come against each other, and we have to deal with the masculine and then of the abilities of the path of teaching, and we have to fight on both sides when it's enough stars in the sky. So let's get in here. It says now it's time to pray and meditate and to acknowledge that the sacred in every experience. Need to pray more, praying more, talking. Seeing like that was summoned on this number 13. That's one thing about me. I tell the truth, and I ain't trying to hide it. So collective, somebody masculine or feminine is dealing with some things, and might do some prayer and some meditation and sacred in a time or experience. You know what I'm saying? It's mean that it's in every experience of things that you may have to pray. Don't take your next step lightly. You have the power to summon your spirit, summon your courage, okay, and summon even me. That's what's right here. I got to get on here. It says you have the power to summon your spirit, and summon your courage, and summon even me. You are inquiring about something important. Breathe and wait for a sign before you act. Choose another card if you need more understanding of my wisdom for you. Okay, number 53 on that. 53, I'm going to say that's to my mother. She died in 2010. Okay, and my understanding her year, it remind me of that. It's an 8. She was strong-willed. All right. So I give out the understanding you maybe had lost someone or your mother, and seeing like this particular way that I read it, it has to do with some mothering that was giving you a spirit, okay, giving you a totem of spirit, okay. So if that resonates for someone, understanding of wisdom. Sometimes your understanding is not where per se other people can't understand the words coming out your mouth, and some people can't understand just because you got the abilities and how to teach a certain way, and people don't have the same abilities that you have and use it for others for gain. So we dealing with a lot of battle within of teaching abilities of this time. And if that resonates for somebody. Okay, so that's summon. It's got that one finger like, wait a minute. That's like mama and wait a minute. So that's one thing I can say. That it's about, you might need to pray about your communications and understand the wisdom. So that is a time to pray. You're dealing with things that is hidden, okay, and that means that it will come to fruition and will make justified. Let them go. Uh-oh. Let them go. So if this a man, let me tell you about. I'm telling you, if this got to do with man, because it's got the moon. The moon is 18. Okay, moon is gonna give you that information. It's gonna give you the 21 today. It's gonna give you that world and the rapture of it, and they give you the information what's really going on. Meaning, it tells you right here. Whether intelligent, that's what it is. Intelligent, like artificial intelligence. It's gonna tell you, or sense, it's give you a sensualist, or call it sensualist, and astrocratic, and plebeian. Okay, they thirst after the experience of the world, of and those who lived in a developed countries often come to symbolize all that is best and worst about the modern of the capitalistic of society. So when we dealing with, I call it these fascists of society, and giving you out the rapture, and you're dealing with a whole lot of things in this world, and it's perception and what we do daily. And when we're dealing with other people, their societies, we got different parties and different things, the groups that they come in. You see, when you're dealing with that type of energy. Now, a couple years ago, 2020, it was a lot of protesting after the pandemic. Everybody was outside. And, and it was a whole lot of mess. And they had the right to speak what they wanted to say. And it's giving you the energy about protesting because it's about the speech. Speech got to number 5. 5 is in the energy about the teacher and influencing, and the Fifth Amendment, and cultures and traditions of what we're dealing with. So being as the rapture, it tell you at a point of time when I was in church, it said the rapture was the end of something, and the rapture has something to do about ascending on high. I mean, rapture up. Now, of in the world. So when you go into the world, Scripture gonna tell you that they're gonna give you about the end of Revelation is rapture. And also, but it tell you it's the end of things. Then you transform to something else. You become something new. It becomes something enlightened and more light. Does that make sense? I'm just understanding that's the words coming out. But it is something about death and transformation. And there it is right there. But summon. You've been summoned for something. Wisdom, communicating, understanding of the wisdom, and that you as a mother, that you should be mothering, and how you deal with it, especially dealing with being in a stuck place in a castle that you came out without, didn't need the wings. That lets you know ascending on what's going on. This got to do with rapture. And this is where it is. Understand it wasn't in the Bible, but it is meaning in the church realm, and the churches talk about the rapture. But it's telling you ascending on high. You done went up, collective. One thing I can say about me, I'll be thankful for the ancestors, the ones that gave you the information about what's going on in your energy. And this is collective, this is masculine, feminine. So it could be a masculine that rose up. Because understand that A has to do with the lion and the empress, right? And that was the king, right? And this is what you ascended on high. Everything is tied. Everything is letting you know what's really going on. So, the world and its facets of societies and how we do people. You know, empath is very loving, and sometimes do too much of loving and not to. Sometimes loving just don't like to tell a person how they really feel. But sometimes if they ever get in there and get scorned in it, they ain't gonna be pretty with a war. You're gonna be acting out here in them streets, okay? Meaning ground yourself. But you need some energy. And sometimes people need to understand that you still living and you're not dead. You transform. You need that to be used and abused long ago. Baby, baby. Hey. And it got to do with fire and desire and ice. Cold ice dealing with capitalistic society groups and stuff. Okay. Also, it says something to do with not infrequently there are money wise. Okay. They are money wise and even brilliant with family or I think that's company and finances. So this means let me know that this particular this cancer they got money wise within their brain and wisdom of finance, company and finances. So letting you know that if you got a cancer that got all them abilities, that's a money maker right there. Okay, extremely. It said it's success oriented. Stay in. I mean success. I mean abilities of a lot of abundance. Giving success. Also giving you tendency became as it come it comes from a autocratic and tolerate little departure from their own ethical codes. It's got the code. Let me well, there the pen. I was going ethical codes. You got the code. The codes is the codes how in order to get up out of this thing castle. You got the key. The keys and up out of there. You got the codes. Some people don't have the codes, and this is the reason why you're dealing with other people, and it's a fight, and you got some vixen things going on. But you have to understand that some people is just to the point that either they don't like you or they don't like what you do with your abilities. And they basically, some people will use it. Okay? But then when they act like that, different people, being masculine or feminine, it seems like my understanding is that you gotta forget, but I ain't gonna say forget, I'm gonna say forgive them. Because you want to keep that because if they did it before, you ain't gonna remember. You gonna keep that because if you come back again, they will. Your job is to make sure who the one who came for you, but you can forgive a man for a long distance. But don't forget, but forgive. Now, let's get in here. It says something here. It has to do with the longest day of the shortest night of the year, and symbolize a rich, worldly nature of the day. So that's a long day today. What else it has here? It has to do with very sensual, sexual oriented beings. Okay, let's tell you something about this. This here is for sex. Okay, sexuality. This has to do with coing. That's called coing. When you know coing, it's like a person is fruits, right? It starts in the beginning of the Bible, and it has to do with fruits. That's cold, and that is sensual of things, right? To my understanding, when you in the beings as the beginning, that has to do with Adam and Eve. Okay, but that's a part of life, right? But don't overdo it though. Unless you're trying to make babies or you're trying to do something. I would say, if a man is interested with you, take some time and celebrate because you're gonna know if he really wants you or not. Don't jump the gun because the outside of a person doesn't mean that it's a pretty thing to draw you in, but really that is something sometimes to get you in trouble because you really don't know them. Take your time to understand when you meet people. Okay. Anything else here? Oh, it says thus many highly involved in the people that live in the rapturous state. It says right here, where they revel in the pleasures of the mind and the flesh. Okay? We're talking about revealing of the thoughts of pattern like Mercury, right? And flesh. And they give you that 21 of the rapture of the world, of the perception of it. Okay? So that tells you what's going on. Also talking about thoughts and passionate. That means love making, artful, and in this artful and thoughtful. We're dealing with a lot of art, full, okay, and thoughtful. Art and how you do with your art. If it's doing with pain, it's doing another way. And so understanding that, okay? But also it's about love making. Make sure it's unconditional love, not love that's gonna bring you pain. Okay? But sometimes you might have to let people go. And that has to do with a tree can be connected and tied to your family, friends, and people in community. Sometimes you have to let it go and you might have to walk. See anything else in here? It gives you something about physical and mental matters are truly integrated and pursued and advertly and uncompromisingly. Okay? All right. So my understanding is beautiful and attracted to others and are they extremely attracted to physical beauty. We're talking about beauty. I mean, your physical abilities on the outside would draw some of your abilities to how a person look like. But the spirit say you supposed to. The beauty is within you, and the spirit comes out. But what you get in trouble is the outside. Some things is pretty, and something may be ugly. And sorry, and you wouldn't know. You gotta be careful, Cancer. Okay. So let's see anything else is. I can see something. Oh, you dealing with Beauty and the Beast. You know, I'm telling you, dealing with the Beast. You better go on with that rapture type of thing that we're dealing in right now of different type of society, capitalist got to do with money and people or what they look. They give you a little bit of Capricorn energy in dealing with mothering functions, and we're in that time right now. They give you the hunt and the hunter, hunt it and hunter, dealing with ability with women and how they functions and how they do in masculine and the women function because of different thing we're doing with teaching. Teaching has to do with the mothering function. Men can be in a function as that well, but I'm just saying we're dealing with a lot of influence and I call it philosophical and speech right now. But be careful, double jeopardy. We're in a time of double jeopardy. If that resonate for somebody. So if you understand the movie, you understand the game. And then we're dealing with game right now in the movies. It's secret. In the movies, it's time to be sit down and watch the movies and popcorn and a little Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. However, even Big Red. Because the reason why I say that is because it's dealing with Beauty and the Beast and dealing with different things of functions. All right? My understanding. And you might need to watch that movie and get to understand what you're dealing right now in the energy. So my understanding has to do with the surmount and whatever the obstacles stand in their way. It's the personality seems to work kind of magic on them as the others, and they often copy a key as a position in the family. So you're the key in this family, and you're dealing with people, family, friends, and community. Whoever you're around, surround. You dealing with. You're the key, and the family's trying to control of your key and put them in this position right here in a castle. So this could have been past a long time ago or previous. It says a family, social circle, or professional life. That it says right here, born on this day is an excellent it's got a lot to do with pollution. It's a how can I say it? Pollutions or politicals. Politicals are politicals as people's controlling of the family, friends, and the community. You're dealing with somebody with the police. I call pollution. And the reason why I'm talking it, because I wasn't gonna say that because I know when I'm dealing with my Mercury communication right now, but it is reasons. But when you're dealing with um, for coalitions or politicals of time of control of different type of Senate seats, you're dealing with a lot of things, and that calls where we may have to protest about certain things that they're doing right now. It's like a lot of stuff going on right now, so you might need to get yourself together. And my understanding, I should have put some tea on in here because, honey, when you speak and what you calling, whatever you're speaking out, your communication, what is coming out, either somebody is trying to stop whatever you speaking, what you're saying out of your mouth. You're dealing with a lot of things. I'm trying to keep myself and still do what I'm supposed to do, regardless of what I'm going and what I'm dealing with daily. Okay. So my understanding that they stop me because I'm gonna keep on moving because I got the strength. I don't need the wings. I already got it. I didn't need it. So that means that lets you know about Ascension on high. I didn't need the wings. I had it anyway. If that's you, I'm a Cancer. It could be you, a masculine or feminine. So there. So now when you dealing with criticism and ideas and about the pack, I give you that pale energy of a horse. What you regard and what you're dealing with. About your passions and social involvement. It gives you a lot of ego energy destroyed by sensuality of oh. It's obsessed by your there it is. They you dealing with perception and everything, and it's like it's allowed, but it's perception on what we speak. But also it's like you the narcissistic of socialism, and you're dealing with, and it says eaten up by their egos, and we're dealing with that type of fashion influencing and teaching. Also, we have to have to the point narcissistic. They don't have empath energy. They only have narcissistic, so they don't deal with that, you know. But they are attracted to you, obsessed of your energy. And this right here is giving the information. It's straight like that. Destroyed by their sexuality, obsessed, and by interest. They obsessed about your energy. And you're dealing with them. They're hanging around. You may not can see them, but they're hanging. So you have to figure out how you can deal in that type of that environment. But you didn't came out. You don't need. You got wings, baby. You don't need the wings. You can still gonna fly. So also it talks about with the workaholics. One thing I can say about that depends if you are Gemini and Virgo, you may have that chart, but it is work a lot, and sometimes you want to do so more, do more than you normally do, but your energy is lacking on it due to of your energy. It's been taken out your source. 19 gonna give you that right there, the sun, and you absorb it, and you dealing with somebody, either a twin, a divine masculine function, or a partner, or you have something that another one could be as something in the negative fact. You got some type of karmic function that you may have a Casper ghost somewhere hanging around. You may have some issues. You may have to deal with that. See, the rapture is here. The ascension you didn't already. So You dealing with something that is in another type of dimension. Oh, there's a moon right here and give you the vision. Vision gonna give you what's really going on. And it's like giving you a normal personal in a relationship can be difficult and impossible. That means it ain't working. Sometimes I can tell you empath and narcissistic. You're not gonna get along. If you ain't getting along, let it go. Cut and let them go, cause it ain't working. You causing problems because your energy. You need your energy, and you are not having it. This right here, the vision gonna give you eight. How many eights I done had in here? It's four. Now collective. Now I got eights in here. That's four cards plus five. You got eight. So that's one. 24. But this the vision. You got the vision. So that means you have hidden vision, I call it hidden abilities, vision, and that giving you a clairvoyant, you giving clear audience, you clear sentence. You are a seer, can see through the vision in the dark, and knowing that you didn't come out and transform from dark into in light to what's really going on. And it's that you're visionary. I mean, it's blatant. Okay, now I'm gonna get that 24 card on this right here, but now understand with 24 gonna give you six. Six gonna give you back to twins. That's gonna give you some type of connection too. Okay, you got some kind of cords that may have to be cut or burnt. So that visionary. Okay, what's the other card? Let me see. So let me see if I can see a 24 in here to see what's really going on with that vision. Oh, right there. Lust. You dealing with a karmic or a little Casper ghost here. And it's about lust. And you know it. And then this how I know it, because it's going to tell you with them eights. Trying to see, is that a vampire? I understand you dealing with some type of entity or somebody over sex, lust, about your source and your pocketbook. I think I started about love. Love is pain, but if it's unconditional, you don't have to worry about all that. Yeah, I said it. So you might have to figure out how to cut. Okay, so anything else that's in here? It's like demanding, make it hard for the mate. So maybe sometimes you may be in a time like a mate, and it's giving problems. You know, it's hard for you to be able to do something due to of them, of your source. Sometimes I said, hey, cut cords. Let's see, friends and family, and it said friends and children to relate to them. So I'm just saying, making hard for you maybe dealing with your friends and children too about relating, about your energy, okay, and demanding things that you're trying to do. You might have sit them down and talk to see what's really going on with you and what you're dealing with. Also, give it a quest for spirituality. May be the only path that frees them from the worldly concerns. Okay, now you know, coming out, escape. It's about free. I'm gonna say it again. Spirituality may be the only path that frees them from the worldly concern. That's spiritually. See, that's the only way you can deal. Now look at this. This particular, he got some Juno, or not Juno, but this here is Uranus energy right here in Jupiter. That's a sign right there. It's tattooed. Okay, my understanding is the moon on her, but it seems like somebody's already dealing with lust. Maybe this person, a masculine or feminine, they could be already lusty. You may be dealing with more than three parties. Because my understanding right here, 2 and 8 is 3. When you see something like that, it depends on tarot card if it is. My understanding got to do with that wheel though. But it's intuition of the strength that you know about it. You know how to protest about what's really going on. You know how to open your mouth and start right. Because it seems like you're going to have to do something. Because justice is going to bring the sun so you can see it. Okay? 21 again is about the grove. And it got the grove, the rapture, and the grove. You must be dealing with a grove. Grover, I believe, is in a was it a Piscean movie called Grover, and the Grover had to do with a goat. So you may be dealing with one. That's a my Piscean energy. He just got a. He may have a little tail. Different times have passed, they have changed different names and titles and things now. So you have a go with a tail. Oh my! Let's see what else in here. But understand this about love style and men. Okay, you're dealing with a divine counterporter. Okay, I call it porter. Porter is what I'm saying. Parting of it. Come out of it. Part means split and cut and burn it and move on. The fire desire has to be. A person has to understand about your abilities and who you are. Understand if it's a man, if it's a woman. Understand that you have abilities and you have a job to do. In regards to how people don't like it. But you need your source now. Okay? Let's see anything in here. Oh, now 21 of the world has to do with the attainable of earthly planes. It's gonna give you that principalities of the earth. Also gonna give you a reward in integrated. It's what they call integrity or gratitude. I call it. It's mean that assured. I mean that your integrity and assured. Traditionally, the card can also indicate monumental and it give you obstacles and setbacks of fortune, as well as negative traits of distraction of a self pity. Now, if you're going through all of that, it's because you're dealing with your energy of another part. You're dealing with a divine or a counterpart, and it's a lot of stuff going on in here. Y'all not get along, and things is not on in. It's not in the function of what an empath as a mother functioning. It's causing problems in your own, yourself, your place, surrounds, and cause the problem. And how to be able to deal with it, you have to change. And you have to you have to walk away and let things go, let it burn. But don't let another person burn you because you are not going to be put in a tower. It is, life is so much, and there's so much room in the stars. Shouldn't have to go through all of that. That's when the woman, the feminine, has to know thyself in the vision. To understand that everybody you meet, other people, that they always don't act the same properly like other people and function. And that cause problems, right? But when you know thyself, then you have to find a way and separate it. All right, so because my understanding is they trying to put you in the distraction of a self pity. They want you. It's like a broken spirit, and when you're dealing with the divine partnership, could be not the right one. You might need a partner. Maybe somebody else that can fulfill that void instead of dealing with upset and things you can't get along with other people. You have to find another way, even with your family and friends. Okay, anything else? This is about health and desires and passions. Okay, let's see. It has to do with a lot. It's your key. It's still talking about the key. You got the key, girl. You got the key to get out the castle. Some people can, some don't. Don't mean that another person can't be able to be in the key. But I understand it's saying like you got the key to get out of there. Telling you get out of whatever that tower that you're dealing with. And seeing like the tower fell anyway, or he left you a tower that you fell out. Because now a tower is, my understanding is, a lot of people is falling out of tower. But seeing like you were sitting on it. Now I don't see the tower falling, but it seemed like you came out of it. And someone, and that's the only thing I can say about that. See anything dealing here? I was giving you a diet. You're gonna need them vegetables, which you call fruits too, a long time ago. But you're gonna need that. Only reason why I'm saying strawberries is your friend, and that is part of cancers of the fruit. Okay, strawberries, and it's blasting. It's the summer fruits, and then summer fruits is you dealing with. Maybe you need some figs. Okay, the F word. Okay, you may need some figs. Okay, if that resonate. Oh, it's due to your stomach. You know them ulcers, because one thing about empath, you be dealing with different type of ulcers in the stomach. It's because of your stomach. It also tells you about if your stomach is acting a certain way, that's a cancer. They're gonna know. And in those orange chakras, you're gonna always know it. See, sometimes people try to play you, but you play them. Sometimes don't tell who you really is. Sometimes let them know. And some of them think they know you. Some of them, maybe the person thought they knew who you really were. And you figured out them, who they were anyway before they came. The visionary is already in your face. Be thyself. You're here to do work. Alright? Let's see. Oh, it's about stress. One thing about a cancer, masculine or feminine, you be stressed out sometimes. Dealing with a lot. You overwork. You don't know when to stop. And that Mercury gonna give you that. Okay, you don't know when to stop. Also, it has something to do with different things of lung disease or smoking, or if you smoke. If you smoke with some smokes, then you may hit the cigars too. So, which one? Some of it could be using Mary. Make that somebody. But sometimes you can do too much if that resonates to somebody. Or you may need some Mary. You need a little brownie or a little smoke. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. Back to nature again. And that has to do with the fruit. Okay? I ain't telling what to do. I'm telling what you may need. Okay? Nature. Green things. And that resonate to somebody. Okay. Right here. Advice. It says, don't let your ego run away with you. If you allow yourself freedom. Still back with freedom. You're dealing with somebody trying to put you in a tower, but you're still talking about freedom. Coming out of that. I said it earlier, was come out of Egypt. Come out of that at a time. Alright, and that was past. Now 24 giving you what you dealing with. Lust. This is the second time I've seen on videos dealing with lust. Over lust. Dealing with stuff you got a little Casper hanging around if you're tired of something. Alright? Let's see anything in here. Appetite and pleasure and enjoyments appropriate to occasion. That's what Cancer would do. Maintain with your poise and allow yourself to vegetate. Okay, it's called occasional. Okay, to me it's occasion. Maybe it's like you need. What is the occasion? It's talking about seasonally. So that means that your season of fourth seasons. So the time. So you are in the time of season. And this one, this season is summer. Okay. Hot, hot, hot. All right. You're dealing with addictive and you're dealing with and that controlling. These people that controlling, trying to be controlling, you know. And also got a little thing in here, got a lot of energy going in here. Past got some people are British in royalty. It's connected to all of this. You're also connected to some Muslim too. Muslim, French. See what else you connected. Oh, it got something to do with German and let's see. Got a lot of things in here. Got New York in here. Got a lot of little things in here. Got to do an art attack or oh, it has to do reflecting to the telescope. So that's got to do with astrology. A lot of things in here that you connect to things. It got something to do with the Nikola. I guess that Nikola Tesla. You may drive one, or you basically you know about some of his philosophy. I see anything in here? Oh, it got something to do with some British labor and shadow secretary. You may have all of those skills, abilities. Got a lot of air in here. You got a lot of air. So you may have June, which was Gemini, and Leo and Aquarius in hanging around. That's in your 12 of your grand cycle. Okay, understand you may have of a date of birth, but you have a whole 12. Depends on your natal chart and to understand who you really are. Because some people understand that the date of birth is the one thing, but it's not. It depends on how many of the places that you have in your natal. You just got a whole lot within and abilities. And that 12 is going to give you that Pisces, that energy that's surround in the ocean. That means you have a lot of abilities that's been given. Okay, let's see. Now, so I'm gonna bring in here some of the buzz. Boy, them cards is fun. You don't know what is gonna come out with those. But the rapture, spiritually, it's meaning of the end of things, and you and what it is, you transform. It's been like the time of age of Aquarius. It's a lot of information. Normally I separate the buzz ones for different ones, but I'm gonna do it all together and we're just gonna see what's gonna pop up. But you're doing with perception in the world, how you do egos and different people that you do daily. But I'm understanding that you coming out of there, honey, without wings, baby. You got wings, you got the commercial on there. Maybe that resonates to somebody. You got wings without the wings this time. You had wings, but now you didn't need it no more. You're gonna fly out here somewhere. So, brother, masculine, you finna fly. Yeah. Just imagine you are put in a place and people say, that was you? That was you? Yeah. Uh-oh. I have one called, I think this is called this is nostalgia, but it's the ball pits. Somebody do bingo, or oh, this is lotto. You might need some lotto. I said lotto mean lottery, but also lotta is also has another language too. But anyway, if that resonates. But this here's got to do with lottery. You might need to go on and do a lottery. You might get in there and get some, yeah, boy. Masculine. See? You may not do. Let me go see what this is about. That got to do with some ball pits. Now, let's see what it says, because I probably think it has to do with lottery. Maybe something else. Let's see. I think it's time. Might have to go Choctaw. Oh, jubilant and overjoyed, and they give you that It's called ecstatic. Ecstatic. Jubilant. Jubilant has to do with Juno and June and Gemini. Okay? That's giving you what's really going on. Charlotte's giving a lot of information here. Giving you a ruby, overjoyed, and ecstatic. Wow. This got to do with some money. You're going to be overjoyed. Ball pits. Let's see if I can get in here an environment. Wait. It's time. Cancers, well, I'm going to go get me a lottery card. Something. Shoot, it's abundance. It's time to get it in here. You're going to be overjoyed. Feminine, Cancers, come on. Masculine, Cancers. Ooh, look at her. Delivery box. Bees. Oh Lord, this back in here again. Let's see. Let me get this in here because I didn't already put it in here. It's just everywhere. Like, so to be honest with you, I already seen that on here. It's still intuition though. It's about gadgets again. He's back again with a package. It's a package is coming. Some type of package or envelope is coming. Giving you some MP3 downloads. Y'all remember them MP3s called, what's that? I forgot what it's called. MP3s, but it's another one they used to have. I used to, long time ago, my son, I bought some for them. Let's see what it say. It's still on nostalgia. Maybe because of that moon. See what's going on. Oh, rebel, outlaw, and disloyal. And you seeing that you're dealing with a twin. You're dealing with a partner or family, friends, and you dealing with it. Rebel and outlaw and disloyal. Somebody's being disloyal and outlaw with that. That's like that Wild Wild West. And rebel. The rebel has to do with protest, right? And you dealing with it. You just turn off your mouth now. And it's time to and be a revolution about what you're doing. Because my understanding, it's got to do with what you're doing and also dealing with coming out of this castle. You've been in that predicament, and now it's time to open your mouth to say what you need to say, because it seems like this person is rebel. It's like you got to act out, because a rebel is a revolution, and you're dealing with tied with something, either with a masculine, feminine, or your people, family. Here it is, right here. But they say, let them go. Well, well. It's Friday. It's a good day. Regardless of what, I know sometimes you going through so much, and sometimes you still have to understand you still have a day, and regardless how you feel, you still have a good day, and find a way of good, what they call good tidings. Find a way, because honey, when you dealing with stuff like that, you're gonna be outlawing. That means police. That mean that has something to do with rebel, because you out. It's the Wild Wild West. It's like pow pow pow. It's like it's bang bang bang, and without the love making, it's coming against warring each other. My understanding. So it ain't no love making. This is like, it's pain. And somebody's not understanding, and the other one don't care. Cowards. Got flip phones. Flip, flip, flip. Got some of that Hugh Stain up in there. Flip, flip. That's some clear audience for you. Somebody's dealing with cell phone and that with MP3 download. So all that together, somebody got both. You know, MP3 also has to do with music. You know, you can put that information on MP3s, right? And now, we doing all kinds of stuff now, but that's a long time ago. You know, maybe somebody have an MP3 download, but a download has to do. My understanding is a master P download. You know what a master P? A master is a person that is a philosopher, and it's a master. That's a 22 on there. That's downloaded. That has to do with your wisdom and your chakra. I call it chakra. I'm only gonna say shock. I do it like that because it has to do with it is psychic, but psychery. Okay. So that let you know that's your wisdom, but there's your own MP3 download. You dealing with that cell phone with the flipper. So sometimes it open, they give you that Motorola energy. You dealing with some things with the nostalgia, with the moon. Now all the cards that I'm popped in here is all pink. You dealing with gamma ray energy. That's what you dealing with. And you dealing with that, and you dealing with a whole lot of stuff. Ball pits. Just imagine. You better get you a lottery, because honey, seemed like the packages kept coming in more than one time, so it's telling you what's really going on. Dealing with all kinds of stuff. Got a little Batman energy. Let's see what just flipped me. Batman. Ooh, serious, down to the business, diligent. Okay, this is serious business, down to the business and diligent. So that means you serious, down to the business. So you about your business, about really what's going on with this nostalgia, with this moon energy of this gamma energy. This got source. It also has to do with feeling energy. You may be dealing with another female about the masculine, and maybe having a divine energy of others that was with something else, have been with, and define that they're divine to something. Let me tell you something about this divine. I think when I first started in the videos, had a lot to do with divine energy. Has twin energy. Okay, and I was so interested years ago. It's been on like maybe about 15 years ago, and I was interested. Let's see, want to make sure. I say about 10 or 12. I'm gonna say 12 because I don't want to say, but it's been a long time. But I was interested because I thought it's something different, and my understanding was the reason why I was looking. I was on YouTube, but I understand it's a lot going on. But as you listen, as the feminine and the masculine, they were so different. It's like it's the runner and the chaser, right? And they come back, and then they go through a lot. And they're kind of like the bionic woman, the bionic man. But in the world, I've noticed that these particular people that are coming together, some could be a fake of not the real divine masculine or divine feminine. It can be as a karmic. My understanding, as I learned about with the karmic and the divine, it is a choice about a person that either they want to be something they're not. It's like something is fake. It's not real. It's null and void. It's not even real. Okay. So when you're dealing with a Casper, it's just you have to figure it out. It's like stuff have you have changed in another type of shift, and I give you a different type of shifts. You're dealing with certain things that you can't unsee because you're dealing with something that you don't know about it, and that causes problems. But if it ain't can't see it, it ain't real. Then you know it's illusional, and you're dealing with nostalgia energy with the moon, and we're the Strawberry Moon. So this is what you're dealing with. So I say, you better get yourself together because you're gonna figure out what it's about. It's gonna manifest. No. Crazy patterns, develop photos and waves. Now, you're dealing with so much nostalgia. That's good Lord. And environment. So you're dealing with two things, environment and nostalgia. Give you lively and it's called animated, eccentric. So you may be eccentric, being that spiritually and dealing with a Cancer and dealing with a man or a Cancer or a woman. And it's lively, animated. Animated gonna be something that is not. It could be is like cartoons. Can be some projecting energy too. So that's a crazy patterns. Look at that. All over the place too. A lot of patterns. Different things is going on. Crazy with that. Okay. Now another one is developing photos. Oh. So you may be dealing with a whole lot of stuff here. Cell phones, MP3, recording. You got a lot of things going to develop photos. That means somebody using cameras all together. You know, you can use cameras with photos and stuff with the cell phone too. So you're dealing with a lot. And it says to do with memory and reminding of a hint. So photos got a hint and a memory has a reminder. So you got some you got some what they call it, the reminding and memory of things. Develop a photo. So you may have some photos and you may have some developing photos. Got a lot to do. You know those cameras long time ago? Them photos have to do with those little one shots. But a long time ago, you used to have to film them big ones. They used to photo Kodak, them big ones. They got different type of Sony. Then you got different type of camera. So you may dealing with influencer, and that is another type of somebody is doing influencer and things that they doing. With they have the cameras and they go different places. Because with me, I don't do that type of influencing with that type of with your life living, what you do daily, your living, what you show out to everybody, influencing certain things. Only thing I do with me, I just do what I give out, my speech and communication, and dealing with subconscious to light, enlighten to others. Depends on what chart. So this is what I do. So that has to do with tarot, oracle cards, and different other things, wisdom of things that I bring into life. So understand, I got waves on in here. That's the environment. So we already got the environment of the caverns and the waves. Okay. Let me see something. Oh, it's gonna give you Cressida, and a cult is commate. It's like a culminate and build up. So that's what you miss. Okay, this is what's missing. Cressida, culminate and build up. That means water. It's something pressure. Something's coming. Has to do with water. Cancer has to do with water. But with that, she has dealing with these two things here. It says caverns and waves. So they're gonna give you a lot of things that's going on, right? And caverns. Hidden, private, and unclosed. And then you're dealing with water. So that's what you're dealing with. So I kind of think, my understanding, what's going on. I understand what can you do. Be who you are. And sometimes you have to have of grounding and to be how you deal with your water and emotion and things. But only reason why you're in a predicament like that is because somebody put you in that place. And you're dealing with different spiritual and traveling transparent spirits around, dealing with your empath and your psychic abilities, and dealing with narcissistic and societies and different things that has been perception, and also, but you have changed and shifted. So it's like everything's in here is giving you all the information you need. What's going on? But when you're a Cancer, you're a mother, and it's always mother. Mother is first when you're dealing with women. If you have children, some can't have babies, but you end up after you always being mothering. That's all you're here for, and how you've been. You've been in that energy, and that you also have different things that you ability that you have. I mean, you got the money maker. You got that. You have the abundance. You are so just blessed, but understanding the rapture has just not always about of ascension. Also has something to do overdoing something. The rapture has to do with pleasures and revealing of over lust and perception in this world. That was most of it is dealing with a Glover as a goat, and in Twilight Zone energy with eclipse illusional, and how you deal and how you balance with it. But you got to protest, reveal about what's really going on, and let people go with that burning. You got to burn some things sometimes and let it go with your family, friends, and people. But you need the wings to fly. So that's somebody that resonate. Well, those are the information I get today, y'all. So I think that's found in. I'm trying to see if I can bring something that's enlightenment. Because it seems like there's a lot of cell phone nostalgia, women, and the cell phones and MP3s, and so you're dealing with a lot. Mm. The sun, again, that's twice intuition. I'm gonna end with that because that's the sun, and the sun is outside too. It's nice. It's I'm saying it's bright, very very. It's a beautiful day. So it giving you a joy, inspirational, and success, abundance, and fulfillment, and it give you exuberant of creativity, positivity, love, and manifesting dreams, inner beauty, and it's a yes card. Now, no, now negative is gonna tell me you delaying something due to dealing with your source of your impact. It's like your source. There's too many people using your source. Figure out how to ground. Deal with overdoing too much and balance with it. I always say get in the tub, salt and bath, and salt and bath. Anything type of salt, sea salt, and some lavender. Okay, to take some of that energy, negative thoughts around you, because an empath is absorbed of the sun, and everything you're around, you're gonna absorb. And some people will use your energy. You gotta be careful. Gotta have some type of balance. Okay. It says right here, I am whole. I am more than enough. I shine like the sun, and when I'm happy, there it is, Cancer. That's you. This is masculine, feminine, whoever. But like I said, you're the sun. You're the absorb of the sun, and dealing with reflection of nostalgia of times of things with nostalgia. Nostalgia has to do with a lot of illusional. I understand people will use certain things at that time because this is the time that they do things. We just had a full moon, strawberry moon. But this time, what you're supposed to do, your manifestation and your energy, what you need to be doing. But sometimes you're dealing with people that you're not doing your job that you're supposed to do because of they taking a source. So you're not even thinking about that. You're thinking about how you feel, emotional. And that's why that waves is showing here. Because you can, to the point you can, with the things that's going on, even they trying to put you in that predicament of the water of waves. One of the two. And then with societies,